Hi, I'm Brady. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions about what you do in the Parks and Rec program.
My name is Sean Brusegar, and I am the Parks and Rec Director for the Village of Cottage Grove. I've been in this industry for going on 15 years.
Okay. So let's start with what does your job consist of?
My job consists of administration stuff. It's a lot of administration stuff, a lot of behind the scenes stuff, going to budget meetings, um, dealing with the village, in my instance, the village board. In other instances, it would be a city council or yeah, those are pretty much the two choices: village board or city council, or aldermen or trustees, which is what I have to deal with as trustees. So mostly it has to do with policy creation and just implementing and dealing with kind of more of the behind the scenes stuff of recreation and parks management.
All right. So how did you get to where you are now?
As I mentioned, I've been in this field for 15 years. I started after my senior year of high school. I started working for the city of Stoughton in parks maintenance. I was just a summer kid working for parks. I got away from that field. I went to college for a while. I got away from that field, and then I got back in about 2001. I became the parks maintenance supervisor for the city of Stoughton, and I worked under. At the time, my boss was Tom Lynch, who was the Parks and Recreation director for the city of Stoughton, and he just kind of took me under his wing, and I just had an opportunity to learn everything that has to do with parks, and mainly parks, mostly the maintenance part of it. So everything from park planning to just general day-to-day maintenance, whether it's cleaning up trash or somebody threw up in the bathroom or pooped on the floor. I mean, I had to deal with it all. So for the last 13 years, 13 and a half years, that's what I did. And I had an opportunity in May of 2014, and I want to send it out kudos to Sue McDade and Jacob Tissue as well, because they encouraged me to kind of step outside of my boundaries is in just the parks maintenance. There was a position open in Cottage Grove that was the Parks and Rec director, and Jacob Tissue had recently left that job and took a different job with the city of Madison. So it worked out. I applied for the position, and I got hired, and it's the best move that I could have ever made.
Awesome. So I guess next, I guess what's a typical workday like for you?
For me, because so much like every other organization, we're understaffed, and so my typical day can be if it's in the summer. We do have some maintenance people that work for us, mostly college kids, so it's mostly office stuff. But in the off season, whether it's spring or whether it's fall winter stuff, my excuse me, currently my staff consists of four college kids, and that's it. And then we rely heavily on public works for assistance in just general parks maintenance stuff. So my day can be, I'll typically start my day at 7, and I will work. I can start in the morning with, like, again, off season stuff, which when I say that, I mean from prior to April, so from January to April, and then, or from January till May, and then from August, September on forward, my day can begin with just going out and cleaning up trash, emptying garbage cans, um, uh, as I mentioned before, cleaning up nasty things that happen in parks, because they do, and we have to deal with it. To As today, I started my day out doing exactly that, and then my day revolved around working on some budget stuff that our village administrator asked me to provide some documentation on a budget request that we have. So it can go. Then I also met with a mower salesman. So we're talking about purchasing equipment for next year. I went out and did some park maintenance stuff. It varies. It really varies depending on the time of year.
Okay. Awesome. So next we can go, what do you like most about your job, and what are like some of like the main challenges you face with the job?
What I love about this job is just dealing with people and providing opportunities. What we do in Parks and Recreation is about opportunities, and it's about giving kids a chance, no matter what their background is, whether it be financial or whatever, that we give them an opportunity to recreate. And we're not about like an AU or this is about giving kids an opportunity. This isn't about specializing in sports or specializing in a specific sport. It's about giving kids opportunity. So it's seeing the numbers that we have, and it's actually going out and watching the kids get to participate in this stuff. That's one of all the other stuff, the stuff that I have to do behind the scenes that quote unquote maybe doesn't matter. It does matter because we're talking about policy stuff and we're talking about budgets and things like that, which allow us to do what we do. But the ultimate joy is getting the feedback, which you get more negative than you get positive, but you get just the feedback from kids that are able to participate in programs, and that's through scholarships, which we like a lot of communities, we offer a lot of scholarship opportunities for people that if they can't provide the financial means, that we give them an opportunity to do that, and that's what this is about. Okay. If I could go back and change, maybe how I coached, or it would be completely different from what I've seen now. That's been the thing that I've learned the most about this, is just being able to provide opportunities for kids and giving them. And it's not a program is full. We've cut it off at 60 kids for a basketball program, but all of a sudden it's 2 days or 3 days before the program starts, and we've got one more kid that wants to get in. Well, absolutely, we got to figure out a way to get that one kid in, because what if that one young man or young woman is a Michael Jordan, or I can't even think of a female equivalent of that. But what if that's it? And what if that one kid that gets into that program gets an opportunity, and that keeps that kid out of trouble? And that's what the biggest joy of this job is about.
Okay. All right, and then to finish it all off, what's some advice you'd give to someone pursuing a position like around yours, or something like that?
The coolest thing about what we do is that, and I think that you guys maybe are experiencing a little bit of this in your classroom stuff, but is that we, especially in our Par 3 group, which I'm sure you may or may not have talked about, but it's Region 3 of the Wisconsin Park and Recreation, so it's all communities in our area. But the coolest thing about what we do is that we talk all the time. I mean, if somebody comes up with a great program or a great idea, we talk about it, and we share it with one another, and we're really close. And I think that's one thing that hopefully you're going to see when you get a chance to attend conference, is that this is a tight-knit community, and we care about one another, and we work together. And if somebody's got a great idea, we talk this stuff over all the time, or a bad idea, or we talk it out. And that's the coolest thing, is the relationships that you make when you're doing this. It's really cool. And just being able to converse with people on a daily level, whether it's using LinkedIn or whether it's texting or whatever. I'm in contact with people that from other communities, whether it's Monona or Madison or Stoughton or whatever it is, pretty much every single day, just talking, how do you do this, or what if you do this, or they contact us about things. And that's the coolest part about this, is that you're never going to be left on an island. I mean, there's plenty of people, there's plenty of support. Everyone is always open to new ideas and, how can we make this better? How can we do that? How can we do this differently? What have you done? And it's just literally an email away.
Awesome. All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely.